Okay, let's do this thing. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my NXT review. I did not do an NXT review last week because I was very, very sick, which I still am a little. You've probably seen that in the past few videos, but I'm not as sick as I was last week, as I felt god awful and horrible last week. But I am here to do this NXT review, which is actually live this week because I guess the past 2 weeks have been taped shows, but this was actually live, and I guess they got to start throwing matches together for this whole Great American Bash thing next week. And we kicked it off with Cora Jade and Roxy versus Katana Chance or Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. Um, basically, mm, this tag match, I guess it didn't determine who was gonna. Well, I guess it was well, it did determine the number one contenders for the whole women's tag titles and everything, which I kind of figured. Um, Roxy and Cora Jade were gonna win anyways. I don't think the crowd really cared much for this match. Maybe they already knew who was gonna win, but I didn't. It's like the match wasn't bad, but I don't know. Crowd wasn't really getting that to it if you kind of look at it. Basically, like I said, Roxy and them won. They'll be facing for the tag titles, I believe, next week on the Great American Bash. So I'm not surprised they won here. Then again, it's like, who do you cheer for at the same time when both teams are faces out there? Whose side do you really take when they're going against a heel team next week? So think about that. But Cora J, Roxy still won that contract breakout star thing. So I kind of figured she was gonna win anyways. Um, Joe Gacy and his Druid guys end up winning challenging the Creed brothers and Roderick Strong to a match later on tonight. So that's gonna happen. But yeah, these Druid stuff looks real silly, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. Um, right after that, I know they had Cora Jade and them basically talk about they're the number one contenders now. Toxic Attraction came in saying like no, you better not be saving your title shot for the women's title, I guess, and whatnot. So I guess she still has her contract thing going on. Nikita Lyons showed up, who was back. She has been gone for a minute due to injury. Basically told Roxy that you wouldn't have a title shot if I wasn't injured. And Mandy Rose basically set up a match later on with her and Nikita Lyons, which we'll get to that later on in the show. Giovanni Vinci, which I think his entrance, I wanted to call it like Melina's entrance, but he's got like this camera that just takes pictures, but it doesn't. It almost reminded me of Tyler Breeze's thing when he did the selfie thing coming out. Only difference is he's taking a picture with a graphic on it, and saying Vinny Vucci or something like that. I don't know where they're going with this gimmick with Eichner right now, to be honest. And he's got to put on this very fake smile he's trying to pull off right now. After that promo I heard from last week, I think this guy needs a manager. But yeah, he beat Eichmann Jiro. I feel like he got one holy shit chant doing like a tornado DDT, which they were trying to edit out also. Like I said, it wasn't a bad match or anything, but his whole gimmick right now, I get he's got the rich Italian thing going on, but that entrance seems to be all over the place with the smile, and like I said, don't get me started on the promos. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams was in the back. Basically talking about he's the A champion. Grayson Waller showed up with like a basketball and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm your fan. I want you to sign all this stuff. And he did like all these photos and everything, which I kind of figured I knew he was going to sign anyways, a contract for a shot at the North American title. Which he's signing all this stuff, and Waller like, okay, it's all good. You signed everything, cool, cool, cool. And Mel's like, that's a cool guy right there. So they did that. The new NXT UK Tag Team Champions, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen, came out, which honestly, listen, I don't know what's really going on NXT UK at this point. I know they did let some people back in the building last time I checked, so I know there's fans out there nowadays. I don't even know if Dragunov there is still the champion and whatnot. I don't know who the tag team champions before. I don't watch NXT UK. I know they've been pulling a lot of UK guys over here lately. Now they want to pull the tag titles. I kind of wonder, does this really benefit Briggs and Jensen? Then again, it's not like these guys were like top of the totem pole when they're in the tag division as it is anyway. So it's kind of random now that they're the NXT UK champions. Now this is going to be a way to draw people to watch NXT UK, but I'm not really sure. And they told how they busted their ass and everything to get to these titles, and saying thank you, they're proud. Let's drink some beer and all this stuff. Um, next thing you know, Pretty Deadly came out. I don't even know they were the tag team champions in the UK also. But Elizabeth and champions, they were great titles. Now they're on this waste of trash right now. These hillbillies and stuff. Briggs says, "How about y'all coming for Alabama ass kicking and everything, um, and stuff?" And basically, I think the fans started chanting at the end. Pretty Deadly saying, basically we've had a lot going on. We won a lot of stuff, and basically they were tag team champions here. Which Briggs and them basically start talking about them. Then say you guys never had these UK tag titles. I don't even know if they did in that. Like I said, I don't watch the UK show, so they end up brawling, and Briggs and Jensen got the upper hand. So, um, I really wonder why would they take the UK tag titles and put them on a random team over here. So I don't know what really to say that much. So that's very out of nowhere, if you ask me. Um, Kane Carter and Casey were in the back, basically pissed off what was going on. Started yelling at Tatum Paxley and say, "Hey man, don't get mad at me because y'all lost the match, okay?" Indy Hartwell went against Kiana James. Kiana James actually won. I was actually surprised by that. Okay, match. I'll say that, but I actually just thought Indy Hartwell was gonna go over here, but nah, she did not go over here. So yeah, Kiana ended up picking up the win. So we'll see where this leads to. Tony D'Angelo. Now, due to these tape shows, we know the 2 times Donovan guy was gone and released from the company over a few weeks ago. So now they basically show, this is like Goodfellas and everything. They basically show Tony and Stacks there standing over a bridge saying that, told that 2 times, he went after my heart, he went after my seat, and now he's got to sleep with the fishes. He betrayed him. So they basically murdered this man. So this is how they wrote him off. They killed him, and they guess they threw him in the river. They took his jacket and his, watch and everything, and they threw it in the river. So yes, he's sleeping with the fishes now. They whacked the man. He's dead. This is some Godfather Goodfellas shit right here, basically. Okay, he's a made man, Tony. So he had to take down his own associate, and you know, basically gone. He's gone. He's basically killed him off. And Santos ended up calling, laughing at him there, and D'Angelo threw his phone in the river also. So, yeah, they killed this man. Wesley cut a promo talking about Trick Williams, talking about how, bearing out his soul out there in his promo last week, and wearing your heart on your sleeve is not a weakness. And he challenged Trick Williams next week at the Great American Bash. I gotta give it to Dez, cutting that great promo last week because the fans do feel, along what happened with him that hey, this guy really got screwed. It's unfortunate, what happened, with his tag partner and everything. You know, Wentz or Nash Carter, and basically someone made into a storyline and everything, and basically how he's basically persevered and is fighting to get back somewhere now because he had it all and he went to the bottom, and now he's trying to fight to get it all back now. Good to hear that Wentz is getting work out here and getting some bookings. I know he got booked over here in Chicago. Um, Literally before the Forbidden Doors show. I know they had a show, Warrior Wrestling, so it's nice that the guy's getting some work after the bullshit he's had to go through. So good on seeing the Rascals back over there again too. But like I said, Dead cut a great promo last week. Diamond Mine, Strong, and the Creed Brothers went against Gacy and the Druids. I think this match looks very silly with the Druids wrestling. I just think that just looks very silly to me. Or the Dyads, they call them. And then they beat Roderick Strong with Twin Magic and all this stuff. So, I don't know, man. The Druid shit it just looks silly. I'm watching Druids wrestle getting the win. So, that's just strange. Carmelo and them was leaving the building until they told him that you got to defend your title against Grayson Waller. Basically, you signed the contract and he didn't even know. So, basically, they were tricked. Um, I know the Creed brothers basically were pissed at Strong. They start arguing. Strong and Kemp now got to challenge them next week for the tag title, so we'll see what happens there. Sanga went against Zion Quinn, which they were brawling going into the match. At least Sanga's not dressing like Braun Strowman anymore. Not a bad match. Braun Strowman ended up getting not Braun Strowman. Sanga ended up getting choke slam onto Quinn. So not bad there. Not a bad match. Wendy Chu, the whole Tiffany Stratton thing. I cannot get down with this Nickelodeon gimmick or whatever they're going with. I just know they got a match next week at the Great American Bash. Um, Mandy Rose went against Nikita Lyons. I'm sure people are going to think this drew in a lot of ratings because I'm sure everybody's going to see Toxic Attraction, hot. Nikita Lyons, thick as hell. I can already see people saying that. This match was very rough, though. I will say I saw some botches out here. This was kind of wolf, but then again, it's not the first time we've seen Mandy Rose matches just being wolf out there. Um, and this was another example. Basically, just ended in a DQ, which I figured they were gonna have Nikita Lyons lose anyways, given she just got back, and they would probably save that for a bigger thing if she even beats Mandy Rose for the title. Basically, Toxic Attraction got in and got involved. Roxy and Cora Jade came in and basically made the save as they stood, basically taunting Toxic Attraction. Sol Sokoa was talking to Apollo Crews in the back. Wally got lucky last week. Sokoa said, he appreciate the encouragement from Cruz and stuff. Quinn started coming in, getting involved. Cruz basically told him like, you got this future all planned out. It's pretty bright and all that, and you get this all planned out. But I don't think your future looks some good to what I'm seeing. Apparently, Apollo Cruz is Luke Cage now. Just going around and can see in the future for a few seconds before he actually goes and actually does what he's going to do. So, you can see in the future for a second, but you go back to regular, in the human world, and then you're still gonna do the same thing you're going to do in the future. So that's some Luke Cage shit he's trying to do now, I guess, beating up random folks in the street. Um, Jordan Devlin, JD McDonough had another promo. Basically still Jordan Devlin, but just a different name. But hey, they're bringing him over here. But hey, name changes, folks. Lots and lots of name changes. In the last part of the show, we have Braun Breaker and Cameron Grimes in a face-off. Basically in the ring, they asked Barrett to leave. We're just gonna talk and all that stuff. Grimes, talked about Breaker lose the title. You still got a future around here, okay? You can go to Raw, SmackDown, go to headline SummerSlam and all that stuff because it's just another week for you. But for me, I'm putting it all on the line, all right? And I don't got no backup plan. But Grimes says, you said, you told him that you have a backup plan. WWE is your backup plan. You couldn't cut it in the NFL and everything. You couldn't make it to the Ravens and all that stuff. So you called up your dad, who's a Hall of Famer, and got a job over here now. But Breaker said, hey, man, the last time somebody brought my dad, it didn't go out well for them. But Breaker says, you're gonna go to the moon, okay? And I'm going to spear you. I'm going to break you and all this stuff. But Grimes says, no matter what you do, I'm gonna just get back up and get back up. You just keep knocking me down. I'm gonna get back up. But Breaker says, okay, I'll keep knocking you down, and you can go crawl back to your friend Ted DiBiase. But Breaker says, I'm bigger, I'm faster, and stronger than you. But Grimes said, we all know that, okay? But you ain't got the same heart that I do. You don't get the heart that I possess and whatnot. And it's not your fault. It's just genetics and everything. But your dad, Rick Steiner, didn't have a heart. That's why he was never a world champion and stuff. Basically, Breaker started grabbing by the neck. Grimes got out the way, trying to dodge the power slam. Breaker charged him, going to the turnbuckle, which broke the whole turnbuckle then. And I guess he hurt his bicep. And the medics checked on him. And Grimes basically saying, I wasn't gonna beat you 100% before, but now you ain't 100% no more. So yeah, he ended up laughing as basically they showing off the air. So Grimes promo, which almost you could almost say he's a face given in a sympathetic way, especially with what he's got against Breaker, but doing the whole evil laugh thing. It's like, okay, I guess this guy is heel or teased heel, but the promo he's been putting on the past few weeks, it's like it's not heel, but it's like face, almost like he's got nothing left and just fighting with everything he's got left because he doesn't have a lot going on, and it's like his last shot in a way. So I can see where they're going with this. The promo wasn't bad or anything, so I thought it was okay from both guys. Not a bad promo. I know the Great American Bash is next week, so we'll see what happens there. Like I said, they only have 1 week build, just building up random matches because the last 2 shows have been taped for the past couple weeks. So yeah, this was actually live this week. But hey, we'll see what happens at the Great American Bash, okay? Other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Hood990. Check out my Forbidden Door review that is up online right now. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out.